On June 28th, over 36,000 foreign medical graduates sat for one exam, the FMGE, the single test that decides whether their medical degree means anything in India or not. On July 7th, the results came out. 4,635 students passed, 31,645 students failed. That is nearly 88 out of every 100 students. Now, here is what makes the actual difference. Just 6 months ago, in December session, the pass rate was around 24%. This session, it collapsed to roughly half of that, the lowest in the last 6 sessions. Students say that paper was unfair. There were protests outside the NBEMS office in New Delhi. The NBEMS has now formed a committee to investigate. So today, we look at both sides, what the students are alleging and what the data actually shows. Now, the one question nobody is asking loudly enough. Is the FMG still a screening test or has it quietly become something else? Hi, I am Sri Rohit. Welcome to Neo Mentora. This is not a video attacking anyone. This is not a video defending anyone. This is a honest look at what happened with facts, with data, and with both perspectives. Let's begin. What exactly happened? First, let's explore the facts clear. The FMGE June 2020 session was conducted on June 28th in the computer-based mode. The results were declared on July 7th. Here is the full breakdown. 37,448 candidates registered. 1,148 were absent. Around 36,300 finally appeared. 4,635 students passed. 31,645 were failed. And 20 results were withheld. That works out to be a pass rate of roughly 12.4% of registered candidates, or about 12.77% of person who actually appeared. Either way you count it, this is the lowest pass rate in the last 6 sessions. The FMGE is a screening test. 300 multiple choice questions, you need 150 to pass. There is no rank, there is no percentile, there is no seat competition. Every single candidate who scores 50% qualifies. Which means, in theory, everyone in that hall could pass. This session, 88% didn't. Now before anyone has a conclusion, let's zoom out. Because one number without context can mislead you in either direction. Here is the FMGE trend. Over the last few years, in June 2022, around 10.6%. December 2022, over 30%. June 2023, 10.22%, one of the lowest of the decade. And December 2023, around 20.6%. And June 2024, 20.89. December 2024, 29.32. June 2025, 18.61. December 2025, 23.09. And now, June 2026, 12.77%. Two honest observations comes out of this observation. Observation number 1, June sessions are always lower than December sessions. Every single year, without exception. December candidates typically get more preparation time after their graduation. June cohorts include more fresh and first-time takers. Observation number 2, even by June standards, this is a steep fall. June 2024 was nearly 21%. June 2025 was 18.6. June 2026, 12.77%. So is this unprecedented? No. June 2023 was lower. It is a sharp break from the recent trend. Absolutely yes. Both things are true. The number is not unprecedented, but the fall is real and it demands an explanation. So, what explains the collapse? The students and their associates point to 3 specific issues. Let me present each one exactly as it has been reported. Number 1, the surprise pattern change. According to candidates quoted in credible news reporting, this session paper included more than 20 video-based clinical questions. Short clips, 20 to 40 seconds, showing patients in OPD settings. Candidates had to watch the video and identify the diagnosis. Video questions had never appeared in the FMGE exam before. The candidates say they received no prior communication that this change was coming. Now, here is the detail that makes the allegation serious. Before NEET PG, this year, the NBEMS president publicly announced the change in that exam's pattern, including video based questions, longer questions, and revised timings. NEET PG candidates were told in advance. FMGE candidates reportedly were not. Same board, same type of change, two different standards of communication. And this matters because even candidates who appeared have raised this concern. One student who cleared the exam told reporters that when the videos appeared, many students simply froze. The complaint is not that clinical videos are bad. Testing real diagnostic skill may even be the right direction. The complaint is nobody was told. Number 2, difficulty beyond a screening test. All the FMG's association made a pointed statement. They said the paper felt tougher than NEET PG and INI set. India's postgraduate entrance exams. Now, pause on that. The FMGE is legally a screening test under the screening test regulations of 2002. Its job is to check basic competence to practice, not to rank students and not to filter for limited seats. A senior representative of the student association put it this way: a screening test should not become a race of excessive difficulty. So, the open question: should a licensing screening exam be harder than a postgraduate entrance exam? This is a question worth sitting with. Number 3, center conditions. The third complaint is about the centers themselves. At one center in Noida in Sector 62, candidates reported inadequate ventilation and cooling on a day when temperature crossed 40 degrees centigrade. Students described nausea, dizziness, tremors, symptoms consistent with heat exhaustion. Stretches close to 8 hours from reporting to release. And importantly, this was not the first time. Medical associations have raised center condition concerns in previous sessions as well. And there is one more layer sitting underneath all three allegations: transparency. The FMGE releases no question paper, no answer key, no response sheets. Candidates receive only a scorecard and they sign a non disclosure agreement about the exam content. Think about what that means for one student. A candidate on their third attempt scored 147, 3 marks short. They will never see the paper, they will never know which 3 questions to learn from. A student who fails by 3 marks cannot find out why. This is not a difficulty problem, this is a transparency problem. Let's look at the other side because there is another side. First, NBEMS has responded after the results. Student associations protested outside the NBEMS office in Delhi on July 30th. Representatives then met NBEMS officials. NBEMS agreed to form 3-member committee to examine the concerns, exams technical partner, review CCTV footage, and study reports from exam centers, with the stated goal of ensuring these issues do not repeat. Number 2, on the demand to reduce the qualifying marks, NBEMS gave an answer that is legally accurate. They said this decision is beyond their authority. Only the Supreme Court can make that call. This is not a stonewalling, this is a jurisdiction. Number 3, and this is the part that deserves honest acknowledgement. There is a genuine argument for a more clinical exam. The FMGE exists to protect Indian patients. If a doctor is going to diagnose real patients in real hospitals, testing diagnostic skill through clinical cases and videos is a legitimate direction. In fact, medical assessment worldwide is moving exactly this way. And number 4, remember the data. Part of this drop is seasonal. June sessions are always lower. Fresh graduates, less preparation time. The pattern repeats every year. So here is the balanced landing. The direction of the exam may well be right. The rollout without notice, without transparency is where the legitimate grievances live. You can defend a harder exam. It is a much harder to defend a surprise one. So if you or someone you know appear in this session, here is the practical picture. 1. Scorecards. Individual scorecards are available from July 16th on NBEMS website. And note this carefully. They stay online only for 6 months. Download it, save it, and print it. Number 2, the committee. The 3 members committee's findings are worth watching. But do not put your preparation on hold waiting for them. Plan as if nothing changes. Number 3, the next attempt. Based on the usual NBMS calendar, the next session is expected in December 2026. So always confirm dates only from official NBMS notices. And here is the genuinely hopeful data point. December sessions have historically recorded pass rates 8 to 11 percentage points higher than June sessions every single year. Number 4, the preparation shift. Whatever the committee concludes, assume clinical and video based questions are here to stay. Prepare for the exam as it is now, not as it used to be before. Image based questions, case based questions, applied clinical reasoning. And number 5, for future MBBS abroad aspirants watching this is exactly why the university you choose, the clinical exposure you get, and starting FMG preparation early matter more than ever. I have detailed videos on all of that on this channel. Let me close where we started. Is the FMG a screening test or has it become a filter? That is the question the three-member committee and honestly the entire system now has to answer. 31,645 students deserve that answer. Not because anyone should be handled a license, but because anyone who sits an exam deserves to know the rule before the game begins. And if you are one of the students who didn't clear this session, I know the weight you are carrying, especially if this wasn't your first attempt. One result does not erase 6 years of medical education. The December data says your odds genuinely improve. Take a breath, regroup, prepare for the exam as it is now. If this video helped you see the full picture, share it with the FMG who needs it today. And if you want more honest, balanced, analysis based content like this, subscribing means we can reach the next student too. The question has been asked. Now the system has to answer. All the best. Jai Hind.